YouTube, what's going on? Flag 1122 back again. Actually just got home. Had a really long day, having a crazy week, but I'm just having a blast. Living the dream, getting my shop ready to go, trying to make my opening date of the end of March. As hectic as this week has been, I know I can always come home to my pipe and just relax and just melt away into my easy chair and listen to some goofy Italian disco music. Ooh. Smoking my little Stanwell. I think this is, what shape is this? 98. This is Stanwell Deluxe, one of my absolute all-time favorite pipes. Just, smoking this pipe just brings me absolute joy. Smoking a little Seattle Pipe Club's plum pudding. I am tired. Really fantastic crossover blend. Good stuff from Seattle Pipe Club. Anyway, like I said, just been really hectic, really busy. I'm not able to make as many videos as I had been. Just trying to keep up. I don't want to abandon this community because it means so much to me. But definitely won't be as many videos as there had been in the past. It's funny when you open a tobacco shop, pipe and cigar shop, people get really curious about that, and I've noticed that just right away, even before I just putting the feelers out, trying to see if there was a market out there where I'm living, and it's interesting when you start to talk about it. People are like, so you're opening a pipe shop? And I'm like, yeah, I am opening a tobacco shop, an old world tobacconist, and they're like, but it's a pipe shop. And then right away the people seem to be nervous that you're opening a head shop, a glass shop, and I have to explain to them, no, it's not that kind of shop. I think though part of like people's confusion is, I have an interesting look, I guess. I've got the beard, and I usually wear these like Rasta-looking sock caps, and I think that they think I'm like a hipster stoner. That's really not what I'm going for at all. I'm just extremely odd. So I have to explain to people sometimes, especially in the last couple of weeks, no, it's not that kind of shop, and they're like, yeah, but the laws are getting ready to change, you should open a weed shop, you'd be a billionaire. I'd be like, be that as it may, that's not the kind of that's not the kind of shop that I'm going for. It's not that I have anything against marijuana. It's just I'm not interested in getting involved in that business. Who knows? Maybe a couple years down the road here in good old Arkansas, there'll be those shops all over the place, and who knows what I'll do then. But until then, my shop is going to be ganja free. But it is interesting, just to see how, some of the kids, they're like, you should put weed in that shop, look at what Washington and Colorado are doing. Some of the older folks are like, pipe shop, they get a worried look in their eyes. One thing I have noticed since I started doing this, and I'm in Northwest Arkansas, I've noticed how many pipe smokers there are. It just blew my mind. That was one of the reasons why I decided to finally go ahead and pursue this dream of mine. Because just almost like everybody I was talking to around here, from like ages of like 19, 20 to 60 years old, older ladies, that you would think that would just stay home and, watch reality TV, to, the young whippersnappers, man. It just seems like pipes are all over the place, and especially at this location that I'm going to open it up, it's like, for instance, I went to the sign shop today to finish the initial design on the sign for my shop, and to pick up the coming soon banner. And the lady, I talked to the kid that worked there, but the lady that owns this banner shop, she's like, oh, I'm so stoked, there's going to be a shop like that. I'm a pipe smoker. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And she was telling me, the old story that her grandma used to smoke a pipe, and she, was looking for this specific cherry blend that she hasn't been able to find. It's probably Lane's berry cherry, and I'll definitely probably be carrying that. But it's just been kind of an amazing experiment, and like a sociological experiment, to see how like people's reactions are to it. And I definitely wouldn't have been as apt to go ahead and pursue this if I didn't see a lot of community interest. And we have tobacco shops in Northwest Arkansas, but they're not going to be like my shop. And here lately, I have been sort of pushing like the tobacconist slash men's lifestyle, man-centric shop. And that seems to help people a little bit. You definitely got to carry more products than just tobacco in your shop. I mean, I would love to carry only pipes and cigars and all tobacco and sundry related products, but in a retail sense, it makes more sense to carry a variety of things. But again, God, I'm just rambling from subject to subject. But again, you have to be really careful about filling your shop with just cheap junk. I've got a family member who works for a rather large corporation that's set up here in Northwest Arkansas. Well, we'll say at Walmart, the Beast. And he's like, you gotta buy this, these products. Look here, you can get these pipe tampers, and you can get them for, a really good price. But I'm like, yeah, they look so cheap though, and plus you gotta buy like 500 of them. No, it's not the kind of shop that I'm looking at. I'm going to carry a lot of different things, but I'm not going for this like garbage that you would see at like Walmart or Big Lots and stuff like that. I'm looking for like the artisan stuff. That's why I've just been spending so much time trying to like look for like handcrafted goods, especially goods that were made here in Northwest Arkansas, to keep the money back here. Keep it local. That's what we've lost. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going on and on. I better get back to this pipe and just let it go for the day and just get down to relaxation. Like I said before, man, it just melts away. Anyway, guys and gals of the pipe smoking community, I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.